if it's a movie that I,
E-Zone no está. E-Zone se fue. E-Zone está in Japanese. No. But welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Yes, right now I am probably liking Japan as much as that song. I said, well, no more speaking Japanese. Dun, 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 dun. Is that the Ramones? Yeah, but
What day would this be? What day is this airing? Do we have any idea? Is this your Pokemon Japanese day? Like right now, are you really happy? Like, well, this is vibing.
I probably should be already happy there if it's around this time. So this would be Saturday's show. So this would be like right before I come back, 2 days before I come back.
Oh, so you're pretty much ya se te acabó tu.
No,
enough ramen. You've had enough fucking Pokemon.
Nah, I don't think. I think.
There's a limit. You think you're going back?
Yeah, I think at this point I'm probably missing things like my cat, and
Weed.
well, I think I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right. I think I'm gonna be all right. I heard that you could buy those fucking those whipped creams.
Oh, okay.
Out there, so I've been in the hotel room. Hey, konnichiwa. Yeah, but
any words, dog. There's
what I
dog.
think
How
that's
do you
gonna fuck me up is the time difference, bro. Like that shit sucks. Like that's a lot of
what time
time.
is it?
12 hours ahead of time. So like last night when I was going to sleep at 11, it is 4 o'clock at that time, and I'm like, damn, I gotta be 4 p.m. right now. Like, what up? We're in a museum, bitch. I'm tired. Why am I yawning? I feel like certain places where it's a time shift like that, they should give you complimentary cocaine.
Complimentary. Imagine you showed up places. It would be pretty cool if you went to Colombia and they were like, here, our fucking
Le traímos el mejor perico, compa.
we export cocaine here, so right when you get to the airport, there's a cocaine bar. Imagine how cool that would be. I've always thought that was my thing. I don't know why Colombia's stupid. If I was Colombia, I would export cocaine to the rest of the world. If you don't want it, don't buy it. But I'm exporting it to whoever wants to buy it. That's my thing.
I don't think
that's
well.
what
Well, all right, let's take a-
Pablo Escobar wanted to do that, and the government.
Let's think about that. All right. America says no cocaine. Cocaine's illegal. But what about if Guatemala says, está bien, traigan coca, la vamos a vender.
That's what I'm saying.
And as long as it's clean and we test it, we're going to be all right. Like, How come, what's with these countries from stopping doing it? Is it just
It's America.
that there's too much old fucks, or is it America's involved?
It's America, dog. Like, Colombia should literally be able to make their cocaine and export it to other countries that want to buy it. But America tells you nope, because nope, porque no.
Yeah, but why is that?
Because they give you money. United States gives you money. You don't think United States gives Colombia money to stop el narcotráfico? A huevo. United States gives everybody money.
So what you're saying is because they're in debt.
Because if you don't listen to the United States,
Hey, I wonder, like, not for nothing, but you know how, like, when I went to Hawaii and I went to the Pearl Harbor Memorial, I wonder if Japan has one.
they have to.
This is where holy shit, this shit came down, coming down.
Hard. This shit hit hard right here.
City Walk gone.
City Walk gone. City Walk gone.
Yeah.
No Wishiwa.
Yeah, bro.
Hiroshima. That fucking they dropped those, dog. That was crazy.
That's the only time that anybody's ever used that shit, huh?
Yep, twice. The United States used them twice.
On who else?
On Japan, both of them. On Hiroshima and Nagasaki, two different
These
cities.
fools bombed them twice? I thought it was just the one in the ocean.
No. What do you mean in the ocean? That's Fukushima, and that wasn't our fault. That was their nuclear plant getting fucked up. No, we dropped Hiroshima and Nagasaki, or whatever it is. We dropped We dropped those that ended World War II. We dropped those and World War II ended a fucking 3 weeks later, pretty much. They're like, we can't compete.
I'm so glad you cleared that up. I'm like, really? They ended it right there?
Nah, I don't think.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm glad.
I think
that. Like people.
When did the Nazi war end? When the Berlin Wall get down, huh?
No. You're way off. The Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall was after World War II when the Soviet Army and the United States, they divided up Germany into two different people. And when the Soviet Army broke down is when the Berlin Wall came down. And then that's when Germany became one again. Damn. But they used to be ran by two different people. Germany, you read a book? Did you go to high school?
Yeah, bro, but fuck you, bitch.
And you went to Pearl Harbor. Do you know what happened with Pearl Harbor?
I know what happened with Pearl Harbor. These fools were sleeping and these fools just started dumping on them.
Middle of the night, dog.
Yeah.
They came in hot. Japan woke up a sleeping dragon. That's what they say that in the movie.
But that shit the balls though, bro. Dude. Like the balls to really be like, nah, it's cool. We got this. I'm like, fool. Do you know who you just bombed?
And the United States did not want to go into this war. They were like, we're fucking.
They're like, look, fool. We didn't want to bomb the shit, but now we gotta flex.
Yeah, flex hard.
Who was president at that time? Who authorized it?
Fucking FDR, Roosevelt. I'm pretty sure.
Damn. Really?
I don't think it was Roosevelt.
I think you're wrong about that.
Maybe Eisenhower? I don't know, man.
Whoever it was, that fool was no punk bitch. I'll tell you that much. That fool fucking said, nah. Drop the fucking nuke, bro. He was that's
man.
That's the Trump. That's the Trump of that era. That's the Trump of that era, bro.
Okay, so going to the Google search, we got Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Yeah, FDR.
And Harry S. Truman.
Yep, Harry S. Truman died. Harry S. Truman died or passed away.
And then FDR took over, right?
No. FDR died first, and then Harry S.
Okay. You're right. Yeah, you might be right.
Everything's in reverse with you, huh?
Green.
Yeah, I know shit.
ESL doesn't. The ESL doesn't stand as. It doesn't just stand for English as the second language. Xavier is everything second language.
Everything, history,
everything.
But I know
numbers, fucking like signs. Yeah.
Xavier, is there a conspiracy theory on FDR's the deal? Remember he had a deal?
That fool was an American man, bro. Straight up. That fool was he preserved parks. He was a grizzly man, bro.
Well, the only conspiracy I know is that they say that the United States knew that Pearl Harbor was going to hit, and they did it on purpose so we can go into the war.
That was their 9/11?
Yeah, because we didn't want to go into the war. America did not want to go to the war.
That was their 9/11.
Huh? Yeah. It's been known as their 9/11. 100%.
Damn. That's kind of crazy though, because I could see it that way because
we didn't want to go to war. We didn't want to go to war.
Do you think that we could say that we didn't want to go to war with Iraq or Afghanistan after 9/11, but they had to justify it after that attack?
Yeah.
So those fools could be like, look, the American people want to fucking bomb these bearded fools.
And you don't think that's what's you don't think that's what's happening right now, but just think about it. All these derailments.
It's time to bomb Mohammed, Carlos.
Yeah. Right now, like all these the derailments that are happening on. You seen that train shit that's going on?
That shit is crazy, bro. Thomas the Train, bro.
There's four of them.
I want to see them reenact that, but with Thomas the Trains.
You're an idiot. But
like it goes from a train happy and then it.
But wait up. You're saying that it's like Pearl Harbor. There's 4 derailments right now, right? People are getting chemically poisoned in America, right? What if we find out that China did that
with the balloons?
You don't think Americans are all of a sudden willing to go to war? America don't fuck around. You don't fuck around with us. Like when World War, you gotta hit us first for us to attack. So we gotta
get Big Orange to have the werewolves to do it, bro.
We don't need
because you need a madman in office that it's like, well then if you're just gonna go do that, then we're gonna do this and we're gonna push this.
The thing is, if you can't push it when they have a button too.
But they don't, bro. You don't, bro. They all got a button, bro. But like, you don't think like. Here's the thing. I think if like with the technology that we have, we've always been one step ahead. Like. This is the reason America has expanded everywhere, bro, because they can pretend to be somebody else that like, hey, you go to Saudi and establish a weapons company and just adapt to their ways and pretend to be one of them. And then we sell you the hand-me-downs and then we wash it through them. I feel like America has operated like that for a long ass time. So we've always known that we had the upper hand. Like, I feel that if they were to stand some shit over here, they would have all of a sudden you were to see some laser come out of the fucking like some observatory shit and shut that shit down and diffuse it and it falls. Like I've seen that kind of technology before from military leaked tapes where you're like, damn, bro, this is some other shit where a laser can stop a missile. I'm like, bro, I don't. Like I don't think that as much as in depth that we are as a nation, we also know that we got that can of whoop ass, and if we're gonna go out, we're taking a few countries out with us, bro. Like don't get me wrong.
The whole world's ending.
Yeah, the whole world, like
the whole world's bad. Like,
see
you
that?
don't want to end. Like I want to die.
Don't ever fucking talk shit about me with that Edgar mentality, because America runs with that mentality. If we ain't gonna be a part of the fucking show, then we're ruining this whole fucking show, bro. And God help me if anybody sees survivors, bro. We'll blow up this whole earth.
You don't think Russia thinks like that too? You don't think Putin thinks like fuck?
Who's the only one that's nuked somebody?
We are.
Like, who's the only one that said this shit has millions of repercussions to it? There's gonna be retard fish and retard babies, and they were like, "Fuck it, push it." They bombed us at night.
We're the only ones that can say ours works.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
You're saying you bombed. You say it works.
I mean, bro, the proof is in the pudding, bro. When's the last time Japan was talking shit? They were like,
they're homies now.
They're just gonna be like, look, we're gonna be into the weirdest shit, and that's it.
They watch porn where like squids fuck their females.
I know.
Imagine watching that porn, anime porn.
I looked at it once.
What's it called?
I don't know, but what's up with
Have you ever looked at that squid tentacle fucking a bitch? I've seen that.
Why is it I don't mean to be fucking racist or stereotype or anything, but like, why is it that the Asians are the weirdos when it comes to porn, dude?
Yeah, like
I don't think they're the weirdos.
They'll fuck you with a Pikachu costume and shit.
I don't think the weirdos. Dude. Well, it depends what you consider weird in porn. Like I think
it's weird to us. I don't.
You know where that guy from Florida that got in trouble for the porn he would make? He like he would pee in girls' buttholes.
That's weird, bro.
See, that's to me, and he would record this shit and he'd throw up in bit like it was maniac shit where he went to jail for it. He went to jail for it. It was that porn where you're like, all right, dog. No one's jerking off.
I think it's but what it's be weird is subjective. Like when it comes to sexuality.
Yeah, it's subjective.
You know what I mean? Because like I don't understand. Like it's like when I see fools like predict when they're like, oh, sí, dame esas patas. You know what I mean? Like I just could never look at my girl's fucking feet and be like, that should give me a hard ass. But like I might get wet if I like stick my hand in her pants and I'm like, oh, it's wet. Then that might infuse me, like get me going. But I'm not. Yeah.
And your girl don't got bad feet either, though.
Nah,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Putting that out there, it's not. It's just he's not into feet, just like me. Like I don't care how nice feet are. I don't care what color you paint them.
She has a ring on there.
Yeah. See, like predict if it's a certain color, it's a little.
I think
he gets harder. If you got that Ballero blue.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's just, but I couldn't understand it. But there's fools out there that'll just be like, damn, like, but you think fools that are into feet get more of a free show? Like, you don't think in the summer these perverts come out? Like, the summer's out,
Yeah, you become Dan Schneider.
The
feet.
feet.
Dan Schneider, and then if you have some power, you make bitches act with their feet and act like it's a video game. Be like, oh, dude, here's this game with the feet. Dude,
you know, what if Predict hits you up one day and he tells you, what if Predict hits you up? He was like, we're going to film this Patreon footage, and this is only going to be Predict and Patas. Yeah, bro.
I'd be down. I'd record that shit.
And he's doing like that episode of The King of the Hill where Peggy Hill just like stomps on fucking shit. Because like, bro, that episode tripped me out. I didn't know about footage. Like, I didn't know about stuff like that. Do you remember that, Ray? Like when that guy was like, all right, Peggy, now why is it always beans? It's always beans. And he's making her step on beans and like food and just nasty shit. And that fool's like, yeah, we're just selling these fucking tapes. You remember that shit, Ray?
I remember that episode very clearly.
That shit was it was disturbing.
It was weird to see that as a kid, obviously, but when you grow up, you're like, holy shit, this guy's got a fetish, bro.
Pedophile. No, I'm just playing.
You don't think wait up, and you don't think there's some kid that got a fetish from that episode? 100%.
Look,
100%.
I do look,
dog. I
look, fool.
Some kid that was like, dude.
I do think there is a connection with what you watch as a child to what you like, because for a while I couldn't stop fucking bitches with colored hair, and I was wondering like what the fuck is going on, and I was like, I'm fucking like I'm looking at no disrespect to my lady or anything like that, but I'm just talking about my life, you know what I mean? But like I just remember like I would go from different colors like blue, red, fucking green, and all this shit. And I was like, and for a while somebody right up, he's like, hey bro, he's like, I guess all that Nickelodeon fucking had an influence. And I started thinking about it. All the characters from Nickelodeon had colored hair like that. The fucking Japanese Pokemon shit had colored hair like that. And I always wonder, I think subconsciously they implement that shit in your head, bro.
Ezone, tell them where you think foot fetishes come from. Tell him, dog. And this makes a little too much sense where I'm like, that's where it's from. And he's on hit me with this fucking random theory where it was like hat style.
So look, like when I was taking communication psychology class, I remember that they broke that shit down, and there was a study that said that a lot of men that are into foot fetishes is because their moms used to not walk around naked, but during the times shower naked, or the times that they would like confront them, there would be periods where they would be naked, and to avoid looking at them because there's a shame, you would always be looking down, and you'd always look at the feet to avoid the natural reaction of you liking that a naked female.
It's that age where like, because you can take a shower with your kid and it's not sexual at all. But
Are you happy? I wasted that dab. But
there's a point where it's like, I think like 13, 12, stop showering with your kid if you're at least a female. For sure.
That's way too old, bro. By like 6, bro. Like
7, right?
6, like if that fool's retarded, he gets the pass. But that's it, homie. Like I think after 4 years old, like that fool should know how to wipe his ass. He shouldn't be sitting there talking about mommy. You know, like. I mean, have you ever been with a bitch with a kid?
But what if you're a single mom? This guy, you gotta literally teach him about his dick. If not, then he's a retard, and then you have a retard kid. So like,
he's not 12, a retard. He's just look, bro. Like
12, you literally gotta
look, bro. That mentality. Here's the thing, bro. There's an error and there's a fucking mistake with having that mentality, bro. Not everybody's fortunate enough to have a dad to teach them certain shit. So I'm like,
as a mom, you got a 12-year-old. You gotta be like, hey, you gotta grow up the balls and be like, yo.
Yeah, but a single mom has to hold it down in both forts. She may not have the time, and not that I'm saying that's an excuse, but. Like, maybe it may not be the same as effective, so there's fools that, like, that's the reason a lot of fools don't know how to talk to bitches. That's the reason a lot of fools are weird, bro. That's the reason when, like, a lot of fools that, like, when you hear certain shit, like, they're like, nobody ever taught to this fool, so he can't even fuck me right. You know what I mean? Because, like, he didn't, like, and it's a real fucking thing.
And that's why that whole thing about can fucking females have a kid without a man? Yeah, it's doable. I'm not the first fool to say this. It's doable, but it's not right. It's not the way it should be done.
Yeah, but here's the thing, bro. Like, I feel that as being a man, bro, I feel that that there's not. I mean, I could be offending a lot of people out there, but there's not a lot of men taking accountability for fulfilling the father role, and it could be vice versa the other way. But you not being there or being absent for a decision that is long term, that you had the choice to prevent or not may happen, is not an excuse for you to be absent, because that you being absent has a lot of serious repercussions. You have a child that's gonna grow up with self-doubt, insecurities, that's gonna probably try to find love somewhere else. You're probably gonna give birth to a fucking gangbanger, or somebody else who's gonna be like, I don't have love at home, my parents ain't even there, I need that homie love, and that's the only shit he's gonna look forward to. You're gonna find out a lot of fools that are gonna start like experiencing and figuring out their sexuality early and can't ask nobody those questions, bro. You want to know the reason I say that is because I'm a product of some of that shit, bro, and I had to figure shit out, and for a long time, and I'm currently 33, I didn't know what certain shit or why it had to do till I started seeking help. Maybe I'm gonna talk to a therapist. Maybe I'm gonna see this. Hey, why was I attracted to certain women at a certain time? Why was this and that? Well, it dug deeper than that, bro. It's subconsciously, I always look for a void. You know what I mean? And whether I had access to drug or not, like, there was other things that took the place of what a drug does. And a lot of people will go out throughout their whole life not acknowledging that they're filling a void with some of the shit that they got. You know what I mean? To be truly happy is really like achieving nirvana. It is kind of like almost impossible, but goddamn it, motherfuckers can try.
I just think it's fucked up that men only really have one option when it comes to getting a bitch pregnant. Got one option, really. Condom. That's it.
Not
That's
reason.
it.
Did you hear the good? No. Did you hear the good news?
And abstinence.
Did
Those
you
are
hear
your
the
three
good news
options.
though?
Yeah, that it's coming, but it's still a trial run. Females
No. It's like next year. You're looking at it. You could buy it,
dude. Females have so many options.
but think
If a female tells you have to wear a condom, what do we always do? Wear a fucking
Xavier,
condom. Not once have I been like,
would you have?
We're not fucking bitch. No, I put the condom on.
Would you have more?
No.
Would you have more empathy towards a woman? Like, cause don't get me wrong. Like sometimes I feel like as men we take that birth control shit like lightly, but that shit has repercussions. Like this is the reason your bitch acts up sometime.
Okay.
This is the reason your bitch starts crying because you tell her like, hey. Like, you know, I said a certain word a little bit louder than I should have, and she's like, cry. Bro, like, for real, like, certain shit like that, like, but I'm saying, like, would you have more empathy if you, let's just say Xavier is like, I still want to live that bachelor life, male birth control, you just tell a bitch, don't worry about it. I'm on the fucking pill. I could just, you shoot up the club every night. Bam, 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 just shooting up nuts every night. This is blanks. But then you start seeing the repercussions that 2 days out of the fucking,
no, dude,
2 days out of the fucking month,
shout out to females that are on birth control.
You're Bill Daltrying him.
If you're a female,
you could blank that out. But say like two days out of the month, you're Bill Daltrying him. You're just sad, depressed.
No, I don't blame him, dude. I said it. Any girl who takes birth control, if that shit makes you fat, if that makes you your hormones out of place, shout out to you for taking it. For your man for busting nuts in you. He better be busting a lot of nuts in you if you're doing that.
That's why my girl be getting mad sometimes, bro.
I don't blame him. Yeah, but at the end of the day, girls have a lot of control about when they get pregnant. Girls have a lot of control about when they get pregnant.
Putting on a condom is some bullshit, though, bro.
It's
like
a major bullshit.
Yeah, like
and
that
that's
shit,
your only option. That's,
like, have you? Like, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Condom suck.
No. I mean, besides condoms, have you ever put a condom and then se te va las ganas?
No.
No que no se te va las ganas, but you're not as hard, bro. I've been there, bro, where like I put it on and I'm like, man, ya para qué, man?
That's a Seinfeld episode. There's an episode where George and he has his girlfriend, and they're starting to have sex in the relationship, but she wants him to wear a condom. So he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So they're making out, foreplay, and then like get the condom. He's like, can't. It's like a fucking. It's hilarious, dude. That scene's hilarious because he's trying to rip it
It's just like, because let's be.
He opens it. Se le va.
Dog, you only wear condoms.
See? I'm not saying que se te va right away, but you're just like, you're just like, man, I know what it feels like raw, so this shit is cheating.
Condoms are for one night stands. If you fuck the bitch on the third day, and she's telling you wear a condom, she's a whore. Or you're a whore. Or she thinks you're a whore. But condoms are one night stands.
But it's called safety. What the fuck?
What do you mean safety from what? Because she's a whore. Because she's a whore then. And she's the one who's insisting on condoms. If you talk, can I not wear a condom? She's like, no, you should.
That's her fucking right.
100%. And as a dude, you're always going to be like.
Tequila.
Yeah. Dude, there's not. But, dude, there's no way I'm wearing. Ray, what if your wife told you?
But that's you, dog.
What if your wife told you, I don't want to take birth control, you got to go back to wearing condoms? How long till you get a divorce, Ray?
Damn, dude. Wow, dude. Like,
just kidding.
That's not a question. But first of all, we can edit this out. Thank God this is pre-recorded. This is very disrespectful.
Let me answer the question. I'll wear the condom.
For how long? Forever?
I don't know. But
forever, ever.
Girls,
forever?
Because they got UTI, they got a lot of options. They got the
okay, but eventually
tube side.
Let them talk.
Eventually, girls want a raw dog. Eventually.
Yeah, especially the girls be.
They love you and they love your dick, bro. Come on.
Bitches be getting horny, dog. Like, and you're just like, I think girls are like, look, what I mean. Do you think who do you think is the hornier race, dog? I think women don't flaunt it as much, but I think low key women are hornier.
I'm pretty horny, dog.
Yeah, but you're single. So is every other bachelor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a part of being a bachelor.
I'm not gonna lie. Once you get married, I have.
But you don't buy no sex toys. Women buy sex toys like crazy. How horny do you gotta be for you to buy a sex toy? All the time? Yeah, and they keep getting better and better. Yeah, bro. It's all part of the show, baby.
Yeah, but I don't mind. Some bitch brings along her fucking sex fucking
She brings
toy.
the rose. Have you seen that shit?
I've had a bitch come over.
It's a lot to compete with.
Yeah, dude, I know. I've had a bitch come over, and then halfway, like, she's like, I brought my toy, by the way. I'm like, go ahead. Go fuck. I use that shit. It's a fucking vibrator or a fucking, or a vibrator. What's that thing? A cock ring? A brand new cock ring? I'm like, I'll wear a brand new cock ring.
All right, hold on. There's a lot to digress here.
What's the digress?
First of all, You said a girl brought you when you came over, you boned her, and then she brought a vibrator just because she's used to being set up for failure, or just because she knew what she was doing.
These bitches fucking love that shit so much. I don't fucking know, and I don't even give a fuck.
Nah,
It's the first time I had fucked her, and she brought it. I'm guessing she's assuming for failure.
She's probably used to like.
Maybe, yeah. but she was like, hey, do I bring it? I was like, I don't give a
This
fuck.
is all right. Now question 2: did she use it? Did she use it?
But you know, it's hot when the girl uses a toy.
Yeah.
So.
No, don't give me.
Yeah.
Did she use it?
Because I told her she could. She was like, hey, I'll. She was like, hey.
So it was more like a novelty thing where she was like, watch me.
Oh yeah, you always
okay,
like to
all right,
watch.
cool.
Yeah,
If it's like that and like, but like if you're not included in that kind of play, then I feel that for sure that's kind of like.
Oh no, not a dildo. You're not bringing a dildo.
Yeah.
Here. No. This is not no dildo, homie. It's a vibrator. It's an add-on to my dick, pretty much.
It's the little rocket pocket.
Yeah, if this bitch brings a dildo, I'm gonna be like, you gotta change your flight tomorrow, right? Or you're Ubering home, because then why am I here? I'm not like no.
Why do you fucking like?
I'm acting like it's a
Xavier is like the fucking like he be like postmating pussy from other states, bro. like he just be like, yo, like every time it's always like a flight. It's like, hey man, you're Uber. Like, why is it never an Uber ride? Like, what's wrong with these local girls, bro? Like, don't you have enough clout?
Local means like they can come visit you.
It's because you're doing dirty. That's why.
I don't do them dirty. What are you talking about?
What's wrong with them knowing you where
I'm
you're
a huge gentleman.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm a huge gentleman, Ray. What are you?
You won't
open doors.
You're not cool with them knowing where you live, bro.
Huh?
You're not cool with them.
No, honestly, the thing is, I just don't like LA girls.
You know, as much as I like was single, and I had women, you know what I mean, like that I was dating, I never had none of them try to fucking act up, and a lot of them knew where I lived. Until this day, you know what I mean, like I never had anything like that. Despite that, some of those situations ended very sour. I feel like it just, you know, like I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like just go like not that I go in all in, but like I always just went off a vibe, bro.
Well, I don't like. Look where I live. You want a local girl? You think I can get a Glendale girl?
Not all of them are Armenians.
I have a Honda. The bitch ain't talking.
See, but you're thinking, it's like Xavier, you're thinking it more than that. Xavier, like you don't. I'm telling you, as a fat guy who's been fat most of his life, I had to get over the fact that the insecurity that it's like, hey, bro, like not every bitch wants somebody with a six pack. Some of these bitches want a funny ass fool that knows where to eat, and you know what I mean.
You've always had some money. I said money, homie. You've always had some money. You've always had some not baller money, but you've always had enough to at least fucking cover on nice.
Ray will be here to testify. I have not always had some money, and we know we've all been. Ray has been there when I have not had money, and you know, even at that time, I still had my thing going on.
Since I've known you, you've had a heady piece where you can.
But you've known me for a very short term as compared to Ray.
Well, what I meant.
Ray knew me growing up, where like he's like, hey fool, he's like, I was there when this fool was working those shitty ass jobs.
Oh no, 100%. No, I've just known you enough where you've always
both work shitty jobs.
Yeah, and I've known you enough for like since I've known you, you've been blessed enough to have some fireweed at all times, some wax, a heady piece, and not that means you're a baller. But you got the extra. Yeah, you're blessed. So that's what I mean. I'm like, and that's why you've always been able to have like. All your girlfriends have been pretty. Not once have I been like, yo, that fool's fuck. All of them, and that's what I mean. I'm like, it's because it comes with it. You got everything. You got a nice little package that comes with it.
Yeah, but all those pretty girls that he was with weren't so pretty on the inside.
Oh no, I meant the
prettiest. Actually, like some of the prettiest had like the darkest insides. If I had to be honest,
one of the coolest ones, what I consider cool, but I didn't know she was a piece of shit. Got you straight into coke. Yeah, and to me she was cool because I already knew on the outside, but when you told me like, bro, that bitch was wild. And then you're like, well, La Buchona, yeah, the one you call La Buchona, and I liked her because corridos, you know me, dog. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, typical shit. I'm like, yeah, that sounds just like what I was.
But it's you know, like all that stuff. It's like I feel that it was a good learning, like it was a big learning experience in my life. Like, you know, like you know, I feel I'm at a good place in my life. I'm fulfilled in that term. I have an awesome girlfriend that puts up with a lot of shit because a lot of people
loves you.
A lot of people don't know the bullshit that goes on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't know. It's like I may be able to fucking turn it on, like you know, when it comes down to Mickey Mouse time. But sometimes before I know how to turn that switch on and off, there may be hell in this room. There may be fucking Nagasaki going on in my brain. Like I may be doing that shit. You know, like out here.
I've never seen you so Mickey Mouse than the day at the barbecue place in Vegas, dog. You had thrown up. You looking like shit. You don't want to do this barbecue joint. You're like, fuck, dog. Should I do it? And I'm like, bro, we're here. This guy's waiting for us. You throw up, and then fucking Ray brings out the black magic fucking camera that says I'm a reporter. E-Zone fucking comes back to life. I said, who gave this fool some cocaine?
You would have swore I did coke.
You came back to life. Fool did it good. Did it right, and then the cameras were off, and you were still hot, you were still vibing, but you were ready to go to sleep.
It's the it's the love for what the fuck I do, man. Like I said, I don't ever take it for granted. Like, or like, cause you said it in another podcast that, or like another one of our episodes where you're like, oh, like don't get me wrong, it's like I've earned this, and yeah, like to an extent, like I agree with that. I've earned it mentality because. Like Ray said, we've all had shitty jobs, knowing as much as I've known Ray, and like I used to show up here and do volunteer work, and none of my like what I mean by that is that I didn't know what to do for money. I just knew that I was here and I was gonna figure it out.
If it wasn't for you, that episode wouldn't have gone down.
Which one?
That barbecue one. Ray would have been like, well, if Izon don't want to do it and he's sick, then I can't do it. He would have gone with his wife, done his thing. Steph-Ton would have been like, well, ni modo. Like, you were the one who still said, we gotta go.
My girlfriend
like,
also.
You literally put everybody in the car. You put everybody in the car like, hey, we're going.
She was also like, my girlfriend was in my ear also the whole time. She was like, that's the whole reason we came out here. Like, and I'm just like, and then
Ray was not that Ray didn't want to do it. Ray,
and she also brought up, she was like, you got really bothered when Ray told you that the camera wasn't there. So he has every right. If Ray blows up on you, he has every right to fucking be mad at you, fucking, even if you're sick. And I was just like, you know what? I had to literally stop being a bitch and say, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I mean, it's not even to an extent, not even putting any emotion into it. It's just called professionalism, bro. I was there to do a job and I fucking got it done, bro. We got it done.
As a fly on the wall, I thought you guys were going to fucking tap out. I was like, they're not going. I kept telling Chan, I was like, bro, they're not, dude, Izon's drunk and can't feel good, and all he cares about is Nas. Ray's with his wife having a great time. Steph-Ton's in the hotel. C-, who knows where he's at. I was like, this ain't going down. For some reason, dude, y'all, I mean, the video's gonna come out soon, right? Yeah, so you guys are gonna see it. It was a great show. You guys are gonna be hearing this video and be like, dude, that is not what we saw. Yeah, it is not what we lived, and we had a great time. But these guys put it down like professionals, and when the cameras come on, it was like, Sas, let's go. Look at them, professional.
I think I've taken the most dabs.
Yeah, you did
today. How about? I'm gonna be
old school.
I'm gonna be pretty fucked up for the Green Thumb show. But you know what? It's kind of good. I want to be having these good times.
What are you most excited? I mean, since you're there, what are you really excited that you're doing right now? That you're like, damn, dude, I can't believe I did that. Because you'd be in Japan. What's one thing you're like, bro, I can't even believe.
I just saw a bukkake.
Ah, dude, that's my experience in Japan. I don't think I'd participate on, but I don't know if I'd even want to watch live. That's a lot of nut flying everywhere.
Probably being a part of a Pokemon Day because they usually withhold that.
So what is that? I mean, I know you don't know. So, what do you expect? What are you expecting it to be?
So Pokemon Day is like a really big thing. So they have the whole fossil museum. Hopefully it's still there. I'm gonna be able to go. It's like a Pokemon fossil museum. They have the original Pokemon Center, which is the OG one that has a cafe. And I don't know if I don't think I got reservations to there, but I'm gonna just show up and be like, yo, what's up? Can I fucking like? How much can we have to pay? What's up? I'm gonna at least try to find out. You know, I'm be like, hey man, I tried.
Are you flaunting?
Huh?
Are you gonna be like, yo, Lil Soprano?
I'm trying to hit up.
How much is the entrance and then drop a little hundo?
The thing is though, like the thing is that like, I have heard that like somebody like people like not people like me, bro, but you know how like I would stand out like you know like in a place like that where look at this fool, he has his own fucking style like. I'm rolling in there with a Pendleton one day. The next day, I'm wearing some hard-ass drip with the Charizard jacket. These fools, like, they randomly will take pictures of you from what I heard. And I'm like, at this time, I'm like, I would imagine you get to experience that because they know you're, like, such an outsider. You know what I mean? Because, like, we see when Asian tourists come out here to America and they stand out. These fools are taking pictures of everything. They're like, oh, this floor is different. Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's so dirty. Everywhere, it's so dirty.
So dirty.
Yeah, bro. Like
They literally place things that get stolen. Look, 5 minutes in, gone. Over here in Japan,
it's like take all these empty bags. Stupid. Yeah, yo,
record the homeless. Dog.
I'm sorry if I'm offending any Asian people.
You're there right now, dog. Have some fucking respect, dog. You're there right now.
Fool, I'm gonna go eat it. Hopefully, at this time, I've already ate where Anthony Bourdain ate at.
You're not eating at that sushi joint.
Yeah, there's like 3 different places he ate over there, and I got reservations at one of them.
Oh, but you're not okay. No, I don't know if Anthony Bourdain ate at that one, but you know the one that's on the Netflix special.
Yeah, I saw that.
You're not eating.
No, that one, not that one. I tried, but this is a 2-year wait.
I would go there. I'd go there.
One day.
I would go there and risk me coming back.
One day. Here's the thing about fucking YouTube and the work that you put in. You never know who the fuck is watching, which is like, well, I was very humbled to hear that the CEO and owner of fucking Monty's was like, I'm aware of your show and I know who you are. I'm a big fan. And I'm like, bro, it's an honor to meet you. And to me, that was very humbling because I don't know where that shit's going to take us one day. And very much like China Max said, if I ever do run to motherfuckers trying to copy that shit, I will catch that motherfucking fade. I am, you know what I mean? That YouTube is for the streets for me. I was like, I do not play about the hard work that me and my bro both went to college for and are fucking trying to really come up on, you know, this is our dollar and a dream here. So, you know what I mean? It's like it one step at a time, but little moments like that, like if I do get it, somebody see me in a sweater and if I get like a very Asian, oh, it's high hungry, you know what I mean? Like if I hear something like that, bro, I probably
you're paying for the tab.
Oh, I'm taking gear just to give it to certain foods that I become cool with, because like obviously I'm gonna, you know, you become cool with there's the hostess in the hotel. They tell you where the cool places is. Be like, that's who you got to become cool with. That's who I'm gonna go. You know, yo, you're the hostess in the Michelin resort. What's up? Here's my number. Boom. I'm trying to go with this. I seen this in a Nas place.
You got a Michelin restaurant there?
No, we got a Michelin resort.
Oh, okay.
Fool, you know what's crazy? The resort where I'm staying at, it has like this whole mystery.
How many cities are you staying at?
It has a mystery. No, I'm just staying like 20 minutes away from Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
And then if me and my girl get drunk at that city or whatever it is, we might just get a hotel for one night at the Universal Studios thing. But like, yo, and then the souvenirs and stuff that I'm bringing back, like honestly, man, like, well, it's almost surreal, bro. I've been working very hard for quite a few years, bro. And I mean, Vegas doesn't really count, but it's almost surreal to me because I never really thought that I was gonna be able to do something like this. And not that like, you know, people are probably like, what do you mean? All it took was hard work. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of hard work, bro. But it's also not that it's disposable income, but it's like, you know how much money you gotta make as you keep moving on in life when bills keep rising up, for you to just be able to put some away every time, and then eventually it does. And like my Whatnot people made it happen, and you know me, dog. It's like that's one. Like a lot of people can say whatever they want to say, but one thing about my hustle, dog, is like I bring that shit. I fucking bring that shit, and it's like, and
bro, I mean, and I know you kind of feel this because I kind of feel this as a person that doesn't have a 9 to 5. If you don't fucking bring it, you're kind of lame. Because you should treat this as a 9 to 5. You're not putting in like what's considered a 9 to 5.
I've learned
or more. It's not gonna work out.
I've learned to fulfill orders as I'm crying sometimes, bro. Cause you got shit going on in your regular life.
I mean, when you come back, I feel sorry for you. Like, I might buy something just to piss you off. I might buy something just for you to be like, yeah.
No, but
and I want you to ship it out to me. I don't want you to give it to me here. I want you to ship it to my house, and I want to be like, yes, he's on. But, I was Japan.
But what I was saying is that I fulfilled orders crying. I fulfilled orders sad. I've learned to fulfill orders with like rage, coked out, whatever it is, and all that stuff. I've had to learn to endure because the business had to keep going on. But as much as I wanted to always complain about it, I always had to look at it as like, damn, this is pretty fucking dope, because that is ultimately what is paying my bills. The fact that there are enough people out there that want to support individuals like myself, Ray, XG, and just they want to get a piece of us. And the more we keep dedicating to that and that time for them to have dope ass shit, they will come. That's the one thing. It's like I'm never gonna be one of those fools that like, oh well, hold on, I'm not gonna say never unless the right company was like, you know, Bobby D presents inspiration talk.
No, you
know what I mean? Like you know, he's like I would love, but I was like, I wouldn't tax a hella fucking lot for it. But all I'm saying is,
I
You
would
know,
never
like
sell
like
them.
you know, I don't want to ever be one of those fools, but I like at the end of the day, like I'm just a fool from South Central. Like I'm just a fool from South Central from an immigrant family, and they had the same obstacles a lot of immigrants had to overcome, and I was well aware of what the mission was. And
It's fucked up because like some of our ancestors or people before us had worser challenges that we do, in a sense.
You know what's crazy? I'm kind of pissed that no one knows that shit. Like, I can ask my grandpa.
It's funny that we
I can-
do know it.
my grandma be getting mad, bro. Like she be getting mad, bro. Like she be like, "You're like telling my like no brothers like you crying about this, little bitch."
No,
like,
what I mean
like
is I'm kind of upset that I don't. There's
like
no.
I walked over here, bitch.
I want like I know it sounds dumb, but like YouTube to me is like a kind of a book to me, because I kind of feel bad or weird that I don't know. I know there's a conquistador in my family. Why do I not know who this guy was? Do you get what I mean? Like my grandpa's, after I tell my dad, I'm like, who's my grandpa? Well, your grandpa did this, and then it stops after like and I'm like, fool, where's this gangster? There was a gangster in this fucking family. The reason we're here is because he said, fuck this, I'm leaving Spain, or he was an Aztec, whatever. That's the problem. I don't even know where we really come from. Yeah, I can go to Ancestry.com and they're going to give me some stupid ass fucking.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. I want to know this fool's name, and that's why to me it's like, yo, I want to make sure my parent, my fucking super fucking parent be like, oh, that fool was cool. He did YouTube. He was cool. He did stand up. He was fucking put his balls out there during COVID. He didn't take the shot. Yes, bitch, I didn't. But but yeah, it's just a trip to me how like we don't know shit. I don't know shit. I don't know shit about no one past my second grandpa, and it was the story behind him was he was a coal miner. That's it. Like that's not even like what? That's not even cool. Tell me a cool story about him.
I don't think it's because our family, like I think Latinos or immigrant Latinos, we spend a lot of time focusing on the fact that like we put work and all that shit before everything, bro. Like we're like me as a kid from the 90s, I'm a product of parents that, thank God I had a grandma that they left me with that were able to fulfill that job and shit like that. But parents being immigrants, they put work in front of everything. So instead of being there for certain things, like they weren't. They were out there working, and I think that's kind of like a fucked up thing. But at the same time, I understand. Like I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm also not saying it's right. But there's a lot of kids that have grown up with parents putting work before anything and never spending time with their kids, and you see the product of it. And sometimes it's a wild ride for some of us. Some of us don't get too lucky. Some of us make a lot of bad choices. You know, but you know, I was fortunate enough to have a cool ass grandma that I was be able to left with and shit. But it's I think that is like it being product of immigrant parents. Immigrant parents have a very big tendency of putting work together before actually, like they think just because you're fulfilling the pieces of the puzzle's already working and the picture's putting itself together. But no, you still got to figure out the little schematics to it and the little corners and make sure every part of the canvas is filled in. You know
I don't know, but I think those I
feel like we take a lot of shit for granted, Xavier. Like you have both your parents, and even with the divorce, it's still dope that you still talk to both of these fools. Like, you know how hard my parents hate each other.
Yeah, that's a trip.
Like my parents fucking hate each other. They're almost about to they almost fought for the house. Everything was fucking crazy, bro. Like, but your parents are like,
dude, I'm blessed enough where I know when I get married, I can invite both of them, and it will be more than cool. Way more. Like my dad kind of doesn't kick with my mom's boyfriend, but
Nah, they'll be happy at the fact that this guy's getting married. For sure, he's getting his papers.
oh yeah, they'd be so stoked. They'd be more happy than I am. You're right, Ray. My parents would be so stoked about me fucking getting married. They'd be like, yeah.
Be your sponsor of some kind, bro.
Bro, no, it's a trip. But, well, I don't know. That's another thing I tell people. I'm like when my dad used to tell me like, I just want you to have a normal job. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like, what the fuck does that mean, Dad? You know, Social Security,
no seas
insurance.
prostituta.
And he really, and I was like, well, what does that mean, Dad? And he literally was like, a mailman.
You want everybody to predict?
Pretty much. You want to be predict for a couple years. And I was like, fool, you did not come. You did not cross the border. You did not risk all this for me
I
to
want
be
to be
a
a
mailman.
celebrity, bitch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I want to be more than a fucking mailman. It literally bugged me. I looked at my dad. I was like, "You did not cross the board for me to be a mailman."
That's
He's like,
how.
He's like, "It's not that. It's security, you know." And I'm like, "Fuck security, Nick. What are you talking about?" What you say, right?
Maybe that's just the way they pump you up.
It's because that's all they knew, though, bro. Like, think about it. Like, you can't get.
Ray
You
knows
can't.
I
get-
love shit talking. If you
Look,
know
bro.
me as a son, as a parent, you'd be like, let's shit talk this guy because the more shit
Look,
talk
fool.
him, the more he
Look.
gets in his head. So
I
maybe.
understand where you're coming from, because my parents always are like, oh, tenés que tener expectations. Like, they had expectations of this and that. Mi hijo que sea abogado, this and that. But in reality, that's all they fucking knew, bro. Like, that to them, that's success. That's what there was no celebrity culture when they were around. They knew there was Vicente Fernandez, fucking Juan Gabriel, and like a few other motherfuckers that they fucking thought were celebrities.
Who were broke ass fools.
Who were broke ass fool when they started, exactly. So I'm like, bro, like for us to be like, ¿cómo que vas a hacer pinche TikToks y vas a aquí hacer,
YouTubero.
vas a fumar y comer comida? Te pagan por eso, you know? Like, bro, like
Oh my god, I've never thought about your mom telling you that.
Yeah.
Fumas y te pagan para comer comida.
Yeah, but she's like, de esos restaurantes, he was like, te pagan por esto, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, essentially, I was like, you know, that merch, that burger, that's where that comes from. I wear it, and people want to be a part of this movement. Yeah, he was like, ¿cómo que qué movimiento? Yeah, like, yeah. And like that, bro, like,
I got like thousands of people.
yeah, like
under
I'm
my
over here. I
belt.
was like, the fuck? Like, I make more money than you.
how many subscribers?
Like,
Yeah.
like I'm over here. Like, I make more money than you. Like,
That's the best. When
no
you can-
disrespect, but just
Yeah.
like, yo, like.
When I can tell my dad, I make
De
more
esta
money
pinche
than you.
hamburguesa que se pone en marihuana paga los billetes, okay? Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, like, but parents will never understand that, bro. It's like, that's why foods that are able to incorporate both sides of it, bro, like, not that I look at it from an envious point of view, but I look at it, I was like, how dope is that, bro? Like, I wish I had a cool ass dad that I could do a fucking, like, if I had a dope relationship with a dad, with the dad, like, I would sell the shit out of it, bro. Especially the fact that I had something to be like, yo, man, my dad is a blacksmith. Me and him finna make a ring every month. Like,
well, look.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and him finna auction off these fucking swords, all whatnot, bro. We don't smoke the
but
same swords.
You also don't. You look at it like that part. There's like, to me, now that I think about it, it was a good part. But when you're in high school and your dad tells you to wake the fuck up to go to work,
But you
on
don't appreciate
Saturday
it.
morning, dog.
But you don't appreciate it
Like,
at that
as a kid,
time,
I know,
though.
and you didn't have to do that because you're like, well, I don't have a dad, so I don't have to wake up, and your mom's cool. I hated waking up every Saturday morning to go to my dad's lawnmower shop to go to work, bro.
I had that to an extent, fool.
Now I see it. I'm like, bro, that's kind of cool now that I went to work. But when you're in high
I think
school,
Ray met
bro,
my dad.
I would wake up every morning. I'm like, why do I have to go? Because you're the second man of the house. If I die, you're gonna have to come to this lawnmower shop and get it. And you're not dying, Dad.
Fool, here's
¿Tú qué sabes?
Yeah, and it's that thing where like,
hey, but here's the
there's a
thing.
give and take.
Look,
I'm
bro,
giving you the bad part of it.
when you're in your 20s, bro.
No, cool.
When you're in your 20s and you're you know, the beginning the ones in front of your fucking, you know, with two digits, but you got a one in front of it, and you're like from the 18s to the 30s. That shit don't mean nothing, like, cause no parent dies. You don't have a friend that says, "Se me murió mi papá," unless something happened that, like, the parent had cancer or something like that, God forbid. But like, you don't really notice that, but like, it starts setting into your 30s, bro. Like, here's the thing about life, bro. My grandma always told me this shit. My grandma always fucking said that, you know, like, she's like, the older you get, the closer you want to get to your family. You know what I mean? And it's like, so it's like, it's fucked up as it is. It's like, when you're younger, you want to just be away from them because you want to be independent. You want to be rebellious in a sense. But then it's like, the older you get, you kind of want to come closer.
I feel really bad for super old people.
They have honestly,
no friends. They have no friends. Like,
there's people I see in the streets.
After death.
There's people I see in the fucking streets, dog, where I see that they're old people, dog, and I honestly feel for them, where I'm like, that stupid Phil Collins song comes in my head, where just another day in paradise, where I'm just like, yo, like, somebody should put more respect to your life, bro. Where the fuck is your family? Like, you outlived a lot of people. A lot of people took you for granted that how long you came to make it this far. Because old people got a lot of shit to teach, bro. Old people fucking will tell you some shit about life.
Not all of them.
And if you, not all of them, I do agree.
I'm just saying,
not all of them. But the motherfucking survivors, bro, You know what I mean? Like the motherfucking survivors that have really fucking done some shit. Motherfucker that crossed the border barefooted or whatever the fuck it is and made it across. That motherfucker might have a thing or two about life, whether it doesn't apply exactly to your life. Talking about, hey, what is it? I ain't gonna cross no borders. But that motherfucker might teach you something about valuing where the fuck you're at because you take everything for granted.
You know
or
what's
not.
the saddest thing? I used to work at a restaurant. The saddest thing is to see an old dishwasher.
That shit sucks, fool.
That's the lowest part of a restaurant. And for him to be an old dishwasher getting yelled by some fucking 30-year-old that's a GM there is so sad because I've seen them get yelled at and I'm like, you're like yelling at my dad. Because if that was my dad on site, you motherfucker, you don't yell at an old dude like that. And you just take it because it's not your dad. But I've seen an old man that's a dishwasher. Hurry up. Ocupamos platos, the ramekins, the forks. And I'm like, bro, this guy's...
This was like the brain gets slower, bitch.
Yeah,
you know,
and
like
at the end of the day, pues entran los putazos. Let's go, homie. Go in there. But I've seen it and it breaks my heart because I'm just like, imagine that was my dad. And as a paisa, sometimes you come in here and you start from the bottom. Start from the bottom. You could have been a lawyer in Mexico. Guess what? You're not a lawyer here. The laws ain't the same, homie. Al putazo, que si es norte. And you got to start from the bottom. I've seen it, and it's sad, bro. I've seen an old man get yelled at for not cleaning dishes fast enough. And you're like, whoa. You're like 18. You're like,
it happened.
And you're the server. You're above him, dog. I'm a server. I'm above him, technically. I'm like, el güerito ahí nomás. And this was a paisa. And it sucks because you're like, his shoes are wet. Everything's wet. Like, it's through dishwashing. Shout out to all dishwashers. Like, if you listen to the show, shout out if you're a dishwasher.
You know, you see it in a lot of businesses, bro. Like, when I used to sell cars, bro, I used to see, like, the fools that used to clean cars. Some of the salesmen that you could tell that they're working under the table, not even getting paid what they need to get paid, just because they're already retired. They can't hire these fools. So, like, you're working with, like, 50, 60-year-old man. And, like, I used to work with my best friend, fool. Like, and my cousin.
Pero tiene cornillo, right?
Fool, and I used to just sit and talk to these fools, like, and they would just tell you shit, fool. Like, I remember there was one fool, dog. This fool's name was Santa Maria, dog. Fool.
Fool, like, that is a fucking name.
His name was Jose Santa Maria, fool. Like, I swear to God, bro. Like, and this fool used to look. This fool looked like a fool that would attend Pentecostal church, fool. Like you
don't have a name like that and don't go to church.
Yeah, fool. So like, and then one day this fool opened up, fool. One day we bought him. He's like, "Usted quiere comer semitas?" You know, and then he was like, "Vamos a ir," you know.
What the fuck are semitas?
Like those poblanas sandwiches, right? Like
okay.
So like I remember me and Jeffrey, like my best friend, he what is it? We were like, "Hey, fool, let's go get semitas at this restaurant. Let's take an order." And I was like, "Hey, ask that fool Santa Maria, see if he's down. He always brings lunch." Fucking, we asked that fool, and he was like, "Oh, yo." Okay, you know, like that fool was, he was very quiet. So we just kick it with him, and we're always joking around, and you know, and then we start joking with him, and he starts opening up because he's a very uptight fool. And then one day we're eating lunch, fool, and that fool opens up, and then he comes in with a suit. He usually comes with his shirt tucked in, and then he comes in with a suit, and he was like, "Damn, Santa Maria." I was like, "Usted tiene cuántas appointments tiene usted para vender carros?" You know, I was like, "Que viene con saco y todo." He was like, "No, es que vengo de corte." And then we're just like, what the fuck, right? And then we're like, ¿qué le pasó? And this fool fucking started crying when he told us, bro. This fool's son, is a very active gangbanger at the time and was just running havoc and was on 2 counts of murder, dog. And this fool had us just sit there, and he knew his son had done shit, bro. Because his son really went, so he had to sit there as the other family is just fucking crying and just like, and then he's like, disculpe, yo no sabía que mi hijo iba, and it's just fucked up, bro. Like, I felt so bad for that fool, but that fool would always give you like little advice like that. Like, I remember, like, sometimes you get worked up over a deal or you come in there and be sad about some shit. He was like he'll just tell you some random shit. He'll be like, mira, la vida se puede poner más peor. Random shit. He's like, it's like,
dog, you just told me, dude, about the dude. That's gonna go deep. So I live in la vecindad. You know what vecindad is, right?
Yeah, like a little neighborhood.
Little neighborhood, and everybody knew each other back in the day, dog. And we lived in
Vecinos.
Los vecinos. We lived at the top. Fucking, I think it was B12 if I remember correct. And on the así al lado vivía un señor just like that, super Christian. Sons gangbangers, bro. like gang.
Isn't it crazy how those
gangbangers,
fools
bro.
get blessed? Not get blessed, but they get like
Yeah, bro.
they get the most craziest kids, and I'm like, yo, talk about fucking yo, son of Job right here, bro.
And I knew they were gangbangers because my parents used them as an example. No seas como ellos. Está en el bote.
Isn't that such a fucked up burden?
And-
Like, I'm like, yo, I'm serving you, fool. Like,
then-
the fool that cheats on his wife has fucking 2 kids that are fucking graduates.
So Doc, so this
Tony Soprano.
So this couple's married, right? And they have a gangbanger son. I don't remember if they have I don't know if it was 2 brothers or 1 son, but one of them, just like you, murder case in Costa Mesa. Guys, a murder case, and you know that always fucks up the marriage.
Yeah.
These fools end up getting a divorce. This fool becomes like, this woman takes him for everything, dog. So this fool, like I said, remember how I told you my dad used to have a lawnmower shop?
Yeah.
This fool takes him for everything, this female. Takes him for everything. This one ends up living
Te las
in
vas a pagar.
Yeah, this one ends up living, yeah. So son's in jail, and his wife is like, not being a whore, but like using his money to go not fuck other dudes, but you know, living her life. And you're like, you know, this fool's got no money basically. He's living in a trailer, in a trailer like home. Guess where he's living at? In my dad's lawnmower shop. Guess what? Fool commits suicide. Like
Damn.
a year living into my dad's lawnmower shop. I asked him, I was like, ¿Qué onda con Don Rabid? Don Rabid. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, ¿No te dije? And I was like, ¿Qué pasó? Se mató.
How do you kill himself?
Jumped off a bridge and left a note.
Damn.
Just like for his wife and shit. But
What
it's
does
just
the note say? He's like,
depression.
no
It
te
was-
quiero, puta.
Dog, left the trailer and my dad didn't ramsackle it, but it was his property. It was my dad's property. So my dad
A ver
went
qué
over
hay.
there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went in there too. We
Your
got all
dad, a
the
ver
good
qué
shit.
hay.
Yeah, we got all the good shit. There was no good shit because he's like bad.
Yeah, he's
But this
suicidal,
happened during-
stupid. Like, he has like probably like, he probably has like mustard and like a bunch of porn
Yeah,
magazines.
dog. It was not a good trailer to ramsack. And it was during the World Cup, and I remember he had put a lot of money on this team to win, no ganaron, and it was just like my dad just said, it was just like a domino. My dad was like, he had been depressed. There was no stopping him. My dad was like, depressed person, bro. And the cops came to my dad's shop, and he was like, he's like, well, he lived there. He used to clean the bathroom. My dad was like kind of cool, but it was kind of like, you got to keep the place tidy. Clean the bathroom, sweep, mop, and you can. My dad was just a cool guy, kind of like me. Like literally, that's why I'm kind of like, man, I literally let this guy, and he was a cool guy, but
That's the thing about
bien
depression.
maniático de la cabeza, obviamente.
That's the thing about depression, bro. Like, it's like a silent killer, bro. I think it's like
Yeah, silent killer.
I think it's up there with heart disease in America, bro. But like a lot of people, like I'm not gonna say other countries don't deal with it because right now I am in a country where they have a whole forest dedicated to that, and I have no business going there. But I am gonna ask about it. Believe me, I am gonna ask about it. I'm gonna be like, well, what do you know about suicide forest? Like I do plan to do my thing out there. Don't get me wrong. Like I do plan to have content, but as long as you guys are cool with what is it with you know what I mean? As long as long as you guys are cool with iPhone shit, that's gonna be cool. But don't get me wrong, iPhone shit ain't that bad, bro. Some of my fucking iPhone shit, like that Universal shit, got 50,000 views, dog. I was like, God damn. I was like, fucking con this, bitch. I was like, organically. Puto. Yeah, but yeah, I'm telling you, I do plan to fucking have when I come back in a couple days, I do plan to hit up China Mac to do a collab because he has a food show, and then I do plan to be involved with Koala Pups with his subscription box. So expect a little High and Hungry limited merch in 4,000 subscription boxes. So you guys, all you gotta do, so 4,000 subscription boxes going out with High and Hungry merch. Collaboration with Koala Puff, so it's gonna be pretty dope. I do have a couple things up my sleeve for you guys, and if you're watching this, believe me, check your email. There was a discount code and there was a few things. Listen, it's way past Pokemon Day. I hope you took advantage of that Pokemon gear that I have on my site. I've been prepared for this. I didn't know that it was gonna be the 27th, but now is a better time to get that shit at a discount. And there's a lot of stuff on clearance as well. A lot of stuff. Some shirts are as low as $15. Let's clear them out. What were we gonna say, Ray?
Top 10 most depressed countries, or rather top 10 countries with the highest rate of depression.
Yeah, but hold on, before you get into that, where are we at right now?
Oh, we are at an hour. Yeah.
So let's do like another 10.
It's 116.
So like what, 130?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, let's do 130, and then if we have like if it's like an hour and 30, I'm gonna be like, yo, Brian, fucking Ray got sick. Ray got
You got to edit this part out, so clip this then.
Yeah, well, we're not live. It's because we're used to doing. Hey, bro,
I'm about to say,
we're live pros, dog.
We could have
for
done,
real, bro.
We could have done it good till you said the name.
No,
Everything was fine. Ray could have just.
Hey, for real though, but
we're by saying the name.
I mean, but we're not live. But
I know,
but we're kind of live. We're live pros, dog. Like for real. Like we know how to fucking do this shit.
We're alive.
Yeah, I don't know why George is so scared to go live. All of them, because they're racist. Because they are racist by heart, and I really think, like, to me, even when I say racist, I'm like, dude, you've seen so many episodes. If you think I'm racist,
But you're not by heart.
Yeah,
no,
like,
I think
when
heart.
you've been in jail, like you haven't.
I think like George will if you get him riled up and he's drunk enough, his racist will come out. Me and him, I don't think I'm racist, so I can, when I say what I do say, even though it sounds racist, I'm not.
It's always in a joking manner.
Yeah, and George and them, there's been times where I've heard them say some things. Well, because he's like, well, in jail, dog, I'd fuck you up. Like he says things like that where me and Fly, and I'm just like, you're a little racist. Like,
Man, that's fucked up, man. You're inviting somebody into your fucking home or studio or whatever, and you're fucking talking shit.
But he doesn't say it there. It's like off camera. But that's the thing, is when you say that, you mean that. You get what I mean?
All right, let's pick it back up. So, all right. So Xavier, do you feel those LSD gummies? I mean, sorry, do you feel those Sid gummies?
I had a couple of them.
I mean, I was afraid to try them because I've always been scared of acid.
It's fun. And I don't think it is what it is.
I'm gonna bring him on the Green Thumb show.
I mean, dude, you'll have a good time. I ate one, two. It's fun.
But then Cali Blaze is gonna be like, "Yo, these look like counterfeit bodega, fucking," you know, like I don't know. He's gonna say something like that.
I mean, it is sketchy because you don't know what the fuck is. It is what it is, but
You can't put fentanyl in LSD, can you?
No, dog. LSD is. It's gotta be. You gotta have a scientist like Hamilton Morris.
Hey, you know what trips me out about fentanyl? Like, how come the fools at the factory don't die?
Because they were product and they were.
No, but just being exposed to it won't it kill you?
You're supposed to you're supposed to make it with the gas mask at least. You've never seen Breaking Bad, dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
By the way, thank you for reminding me of Breaking Bad.
Oh, don't piss them off. I'm sorry, guys.
Dos hombres.
Sorry, guys.
The mezcal. Listen.
My bad.
Dos hombres. You let me down at Cali Vibes,
Real down.
I was telling everybody. I was riling it up.
He went on Instagram.
Hoping that fucking Hal was going to show up from fucking Malcolm in the Middle. But nope, he didn't, bro. You have
How
this.
drunk did they get us? You think they did it for us to
You
get
have this
drunk
fucking.
first?
You have this bitch. But no, she wasn't a bitch.
She was a good
you have
people.
this fucking bartender that was cool as fuck to tell me about fucking, what is it? Well, Heisenberg and fucking Jesse are gonna show up.
Tipping are good too.
And I was like, what? And then she's like, yeah, 5, 6 o'clock. They're gonna show up. I don't know exactly the time, bro. And I'm like, I get all excited. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna kick it up here the whole time. That's all I want to meet, right? But and then when I go by like my 8th drink. By the way, that fucking mezcal doesn't hit for shit. All right, I fucking drank like 8 fucking cocktails without cocaine. I was cool. I was fucking straight, bro. 8 cocktails, should be fucking feeling some kind of way, but I wasn't. So Dos Hombres did not fucking do the job. And I'm not just saying that just because I'm fucking sad you didn't show up. But I was looking forward to meeting Hal, bro. I was so happy, bro. I was telling everybody, I was like, yo, Hal's going to be here. And then like around that time, they were like, sorry, they're not going to be here. And then somebody sent me a fucking clip.
Where was he at?
At Costco. Doing some publicity stunt, buying a bunch of his mezcal.
But that was like a separate date.
Oh, was it?
I just sent it just to like, kind of like, hey, look at this fool dude. Look what he's doing.
Fucking jerk.
Yeah. But it's not as bad as Chicho not being part of the LAFC squad.
Well, I looked at his a couple games that he's been playing. He's thriving on that team, bro. Like, honestly, I can't be mad. That's like somebody saying, it's like, hey, bro.
Dude,
like, look at he changed because McDonald's is paying him now. It's like, listen, bro, like, that's $1 billion corporation, bro. Like, if I gotta say McDonald's between ads, I'm not gonna sell out, but I'm just saying, like, I'll say it.
You seen their new slogan on their signs?
Cardi B and Offset, you
serve billions every day.
Dude, if I would have seen how, I would have told him that Lewis can go fuck herself.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna ask him, be like, Lois was a bitch, huh?
Bitch, dog.
I've
never, not once did I find her hot. Not once did I find her hot. Not once did I say, yo,
she wasn't supposed to be hot.
Exactly. She was not supposed to.
She was supposed to be like ultimatum of like a fucking.
Those are like your typical.
You know who pissed me off? Her mom, bro.
Ida.
Oh.
Ida, I hated her mom when what's his face? Was it Reese? Reese? No, not Reese. Francis went to the house and he was like, "Hey, they sent me over here to take care of you." Grandma, what is this? Is this what I asked for at 7 years old? He was like, yeah, then you went up and you kicked me in my knee. And I said, fuck you. Yeah. And she was like holding grudges. And then he was like, you're just like a fucking old bitch. Fuck you.
Which is the reason why Lois is the person that she is.
Yeah, and you know what person that you know what episode I love?
But let's not skip the part. Lois is the way she is because at the end of the day, being a parent is literally a hard ass job. And if you're not cut out to it, don't sign up for it, bro. We live in a fucking modern society where you can fucking that fucking baby out.
You want to know why we like that show? Because they were an actual middle class family that was broke like all of us. Like life was unfair. You thought your life was unfair, then you saw Malcolm in the Middle, and you're like, it's not that bad
for them.
Like for you, like whatever happened to you that day wasn't as bad as what happened to Malcolm in the Middle or what happened to Malcolm or Reese's or whatever. Like Dewey was my favorite one. Like when he got lost and he was dancing with that lady and then she died. You know that episode where he's dancing on the kitchen? I can feel it dancing in the night tonight. Yeah. How you so good at that? You're a jukebox fucking Tommy.
Yeah, bro.
That's exactly what I was. And she dies and for some reason he doesn't even give a fuck.
No, but he makes a little mustache. Yeah. He makes a little mustache with the chocolate syrup, bro.
That was an episode. Oh, that was a great episode. Cause that's right before they.
Hey, you know that fool Reese was gay? You know that fool Reese was gay?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, in real life he was gay.
But not in the show.
No, I know, but like in real life, like I remember when I saw it at TMZ. Yeah, it was like it just came out. It was like Malcolm in the Middle star spotted with their boyfriend, and I was just like, what? Shit. And I remember looking at this as like 15 years old, and then my little brother,
he was all yoked out.
He was like, I told you he was gay.
He was all yoked out and buff too on that show.
He wasn't buff. He was just like a teenager.
Yoked out? Yoked out.
You know who disappointed me that I wish would have been more successful? Malcolm in real life.
Pretty successful. What are you talking about?
He's a race car driver and like a teacher, I think.
What do you NASCAR driver, dude? What do you?
I don't think he's a NASCAR driver. I think he's just like an indie, or I don't know. He's some kind of driver.
Bro, I think he's fine, dog. I don't think he wanted to do no more acting, and he took the money he made and said, "I'm fucking out of here."
You know, Universal is so proud of that movie, Big Fat Liar, or
I remember that
they have, because till this day they haven't taken that fucking clip or reference of the fucking where the water comes up, and like you might have seen this from fucking references from Big Fat, like, you know, from the movies like this. And then it's like, you can't outrun the fucking the mole kid.
That was
then
a good movie.
The water comes out.
Did you think that was a good movie?
I like that movie because I've always, to this day, wanted to jump out of fucking thing on the set, put on a little vest that I need to, and just explore, bro. Like, because to me, bro, like, as much as people talk shit about Hollywood, I appreciate Hollywood and everything it has brought to my life, bro, because movies and entertainment has brought so much joy to my life, bro. Like, the fact that, like, something like we're fortunate enough to somebody to create a story and just project it on a film and just put all this money into it and convince you and get invested in these characters, bro. There's a lot of beauty and art into that shit, bro, and like I really dig that shit.
That's the manipulation that you want.
Yep.
Straight the fuck up.
Like, it's like I don't care about whatever the director was on the agenda. If I resonate with the agenda, I will. But the movie's gonna hit me to where it applies to my life. And I think if it's a film, I can appreciate it and I will give it a chance, bro. Cause like Hollywood is, I don't look at it as always being as like a big fucking like evil octopus. I actually really fuck with Hollywood and what it has done, you know, with the hours of entertainment, because at the end of the day, that Hollywood shit inspired me to have enough will to really believe in myself to do this shit. Even though I can never resonate with none of the big stars that were ever highlighted amongst that fucking, you know, that era or the you know, or any era at all until of recently. But you know what I mean? Like I'm comfortable being in front of camera. We're comfortable doing our own shit. You know what I mean? Telemundo coexists right there with NBC, and they fucking they do bad. Yeah. No, they're just as bad. That's what. In that case, I've
heard it.
So
I just don't talk about
it. So there ain't no reason.
I don't know about it.
There ain't no reason a fucking Del Toro can't coexist with the upcoming person like Ray Salazar that will make a film one day that can. they can flourish and become one of I don't know, like if I had to aim, like, I don't know, a pop culture icon, you know.
Telemundo and Univision are two different things. That's like Fox and CNN. Two different things.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got, like this said, there's a narrative. They all have a narrative. It just depends on what you watch it. Like, it's just Univision, and then there's fucking Telemundo, and all of them. They all have a narrative where they're telling you COVID's good, COVID's not good, just like Fox and CNN, because they're sponsored by Fox and CNN. At the end of the day, it goes back to who owns fucking Telemundo, and they'll run through it, and it's the narrative. Like he says, the narrative runs deep. Yeah, like that trauma that they play with the kids movies, where the kid with the parent always dies. I honestly think that's on purpose.
Disney, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and I don't hate it. I mean, it's their thing, but I'm like, why does the parent have to die? Because
You don't think
the kids.
you don't think that the whole, like, America has always been able to manipulate that its citizens for a while, and I feel that it always sets you up before you even know you're being set up. So I feel that, like, psychologically, yeah, I know we're about to, yeah, psychologically, like, I feel that like the Disney movies, America pushed this agenda that a family's supposed to be this perfect thing, and you're supposed to get it right this first time, and and this is what an image of a perfect family is. But that's what they chose to fucking feed the masses. But at the end of the day, everybody knew that that's very unrealistic expectations. Some people are set up to fail, and it's not gonna work out that very first time. And because that wasn't highlighted, it seems like a very big shame aspect to it. And it's like, I don't feel like it's up to a recent where, like,
But like, who wants to watch
people are living kind of like shameless in a way. Not shameless, but like not really looking at that aspect of it, because that pressure's gone. You know what I mean? Like you're not being fed that anymore.
Yeah, but who
because
wants to
it's realistic.
But who wants to watch a movie about a guy that works at McDonald's?
I watched that movie, bitch.
For what?
The movie about with Michael Keaton. That movie was a good movie.
I think you're.
That movie with Michael. Right? Was that movie with Michael Keaton a great movie?
I think you're the main character in your movie, and if you think your movie's boring as fuck,
you can change
that shit. Literally, if you're sitting there like, would I watch this movie? Sometimes when I'm sitting at home,
how many times have I changed my movie?
When I watch this movie, I'm like, hell no, get the fuck up, go to the comedy store. That's a better movie.
How many times have I changed my movie?
I'd be at the comedy store, huh?
How many times have I changed my movie?
Your movie's cool. You're about to go to Japan. If I was watching your movie, I'm like, dude, this was about to go to Japan on Pokemon Day. That's a movie I don't want to watch.
I've been a rapper, doing comedy. I've been Canadian.
Like, think about
to
your
Japan.
life. Think about your life like a movie.
I've been mentally fucked.
You want to watch
for a while. I have a good pretend dad, so it's not a bad life.
Yeah, exactly. Would you want to watch a guy watching TV all day? Imagine that movie. Imagine that's your main character. That's
doing this.
People
boring.
pay to see people.
Yeah,
do
Ryan.
Things.
No, they watch people.
Fuck Ryan.
But they watch people
Stupid
play.
Ryan.
They watch people play
Little
a
bitch.
video game. Way different. They watch people play a video game.
What's his name? Ryan what?
Ryan's World.
Fuck you, Ryan's World.
Hey, dude, that's a kid, dude. Chill.
Fuck him, dude.
How old is that kid?
Okay, Greta Thunberg, she can go fuck
you
herself.
too, Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg,
Stupid
go fuck
polar bear
yourself.
bitch. I hope you get mauled by a polar bear.
Tell him he's
lying ass hoe.
Yeah, hoe.
Yeah.
Fucking
where we at, Ray?
Yeah, let's end it with that.
We got all right.
Let's end it with fuck Greta Thunberg and fuck Lizzo. Let's not
The
forget
polar
about
bears.
that fat bitch. Another planet.
Yeah.
Another planet we don't need to save.
I think he's
Planet
Ryan's
of
World.
shit.
He was born in 2011. Ryan's World.
Fuck him though.
Damn, he's like
He's 10
12.
or 12, whatever.
Fuck him and the click he claims.
12 años.
Let me see how many subscribers he has on YouTube.
More.
Fool, that fool's on Forbes, dog. Don't
dude,
even
that-
start. That fool's on Forbes, dog. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Like he's a.
We're not even monetized.
Stop, bro. Like this is why, bro. Like I don't even want to get pissed, dude. Just stop. All right, that's enough, dude.
12-year-old dog.
I'm not gonna start
Don't tell me, son. Let these people. Dude. I don't.
Listen.
I don't want these people go looking it up. Let them know now because they're gonna want to look it up. Let them know now because they're gonna. I don't want them clicking on this page.
Fuck Ryan's World. I'll tell you that much, and he's worth a couple mil. I'll tell you that much. But
Tell him he's on.
listen, I'm probably enjoying my last couple of days in Japan right now. So if you want to do me a favor, go to flavorsbyezone.com and take advantage of some of the stuff that's on
Buy
sale.
something so you can buy a shot.
Yep.
Buy something there. If you buy something there, it'll give them incentive to buy a shot. Or buy me something, a souvenir.
Oh, I'm gonna buy everybody something, at least my close friends. And do not forget to use the special code. So sign up to our subscription letter. I will be sending you guys discounts as well. So make sure you guys check your emails and take advantage, because I'm clearing out the website. So I will not be able to ship things till like the 6th, at least for today and tomorrow. I'll be able to ship it, but until the 6th, I will be back after, and I'll be able to take care of that as like I usually do, and I will be hooking everybody who waited with some diamantes. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. Flavorsbyezone.com, highhungry.shop. Get that Apple Orchard new candle. Get the Pokemon Day gear. You know what I mean? I do got a lot of that stuff on deck. Ray, shout outs.
Shout out to everybody tuning in. And follow me at Morning Shot Films, IG and YouTube. Follow my podcast, Morning Real. Xavier.
Sup, hit that like button. I hope Ezone's having a fucking blast out there. I wish I had papers and I could go, because I probably would have tagged along as a third wheel, which I don't give a fuck about because I'm the best at it.
It's really good.
Yeah, I am. I know. Ray's been there. He's like, this was a good third wheel. Hit that like button, subscribe, go to Flavors by Ezone, go buy this full stuff. He's gonna need that shit for some shots. I'm
buying a new car as soon as I come back.
Yeah, so go to flavorsbyezone.com. Go over there. I don't know where I'll be at by now, so just go to fucking flavorsbyezone.com. We don't smoke the same. Hit that like button and be ready for what we got for you guys when he gets back. We're gonna have a fucking business meeting, which means business, motherfuckers.
Yep. I hope you guys miss me as much as I'm gonna miss you guys. And yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys as soon as I'm back. So peace. Follow us on High and Hungry TV as well.